Hi everybody, my name is Riya Thapliyal and I hope you guys are doing well. I am right now a second year Masters of Design student, industrial design student in IIT Delhi, and my interests have revolved around product design, industrial design, design for manufacturing and assembly, multifunctional products, mechanisms, which are moving, all of that. And I realized that my interests are actually coming from a place of productivity, a place of efficiency, a place of what I would consider as sustainability. So just to jump to my first year project, which was supposed to be self-driven, I decided to get into something which I have no clue about. So I decided to gain inspiration from low resource communities, because these people have the same needs as us, but at the same time they're satisfying those needs in a much eco-friendlier manner. I was highly inspired by the circularity which was observed in cow dung caves. They made it available to every sort of field, like from kitchen to religious matters to pujas to architectural forms like their mud houses. They had various characteristics of that material to back them up, to back everything up, and in case there is any extra left, it goes back into the field of crops, which provides serves as a manure, and then the crops are then again feeded to the livestock. So it's such a smooth transition, and I was awestruck. So I realized that before somebody pointing out that, this is cow dung, this is what we can use, it must have been considered a waste, because it's of course excreta. So I realized that there must be something in rural and urban scapes which we would be considering as a waste, but we probably can use it. So if you would like, there's a hint in the background as well, and I kind of took a leap of faith here, because I got into material design then and material sciences without absolutely no experience in it whatsoever. And I decided to make something with leaves, because what would they do otherwise? A very less amount of them go into the compost. Most of them are actually clogging up the gutters. They're becoming slippery. They are releasing methane into the air. So I took a very hands-on approach, a very DIY-ish approach, and I came up with different materials. I have some swatches here. I did try drilling processes in them to know if they are machinable, because that would make them, mass manufacture friendly. I also created 3D forms from them. There were multiple trials I had to do. Some of them didn't come out as strong, some of them did. So I also tried out a bioplastic with it was very fun. It was one time when I was actually succeeding in the kitchen. And I also tried to make a plate with it. So there are more. I also tried mycelium as a binder, and you are seeing these as broken pieces. So I also got a chance to showcase my project to youngsters, to high schoolers, because IIT Delhi conducts annual STEM mentorship programs, and there, because they were also taught. So yeah, I'm way past the deadline, but well, my vision for this was that we create something which is 100% biodegradable. These are 100% biodegradable. They are made from binders which are easily accessible to us. They are some of the binders are okra mucilage, that sticky liquid, it's wheat flour, it's mushroom spores. These are multiplicative in nature. So some of the vision that it included was that, what if self-help groups are able to remake these materials and sell certain products which are exclusively made for such materials? Then what if while you're traveling, people are only taking 100% biodegradable material stuff, and that doesn't allow you to look at plastic everywhere you go when you go for treks in Himachal and Uttarakhand and any other place whatsoever. So it was also about decentralizing production, so that children can make their own product. It's some sort of a paper mache. And yeah, I'm looking forward to coming to Bangalore in case you guys find it nice, because it'll be fun to exchange ideas with like-minded people, and skipping the whole making them believe in sustainability and telling them it's real. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that something fruitful will come out of this, which is a relief to the environment, hopefully. Okay, thank you for listening to this, and bye bye.